Hello everyone, welcome to JIGS TV Weekly Go News. My name is Stanisław Frejdak, and the main news of this week is the Nonshin Cup, the final third stage of the Nonshin Cup. As we talked already in the previous episodes, the Nonshin Cup is a very prestigious team tournament between the teams of South Korea, China and Japan. In each team there are 5 strongest players from these countries, and here we can see the brackets of the first stage, which we looked at in October when our JIGS TV news project started. So the Nonshin Cup started with the match of Xingqiu versus Xingqiu. Xingqiu won. As you can see, the player on the left is Xingqiu, so he proceeded to the next game against a Japanese player, Kyokagen, and Xingqiu was eliminated. Then Kyokagen won, so he proceeded. He played Guzihao. Guzihao won against the Japanese player, and then he faced the Korean player, Kang Dong-yoon. This is the system. This is how the Nonshin Cup works. This system is called win and continue. Then the next stage was in November, and we also looked at it. So Guzihao had a winning streak. He beat Murakawa Daisuke, but then he was eliminated by Shin Min-jun. Shin Min-jun was eliminated by Shibano Toramaro from Japan, and Shibano Toramaru lost to Tang Wei-xing. The second stage of the Nonshin Cup in November finished with a game of Tang Wei-xing and Shin Jin-so. Shin Jin-so came, won the game, and proceeded to the last stage. Before the last stage, there were 2 players from Korea left, Shin Jin-so and Park Jung-hwan, 2 players from China, Tang Wei-xing and Ke Jie, and 2 players from Japan, Yamayuta and Ichiriki Ryo. And Shin Jin-so in the first game faced Yamayuta. He won. Then he beat Tang Wei-xing, Ichiriki, and Ke Jie. So Shin Jin-so, player ranked number 1 in the world, just swiped this tournament. He cleared, he cleaned all the opponents from the other teams, and Korea won. And Park Jung-hwan didn't even need to play any game. Here we can see Shin Jin-so playing the last match, I think. I read that Shin Jin-so wears a gray jacket when he's playing a Japanese player and a brown jacket when he's playing a Chinese. So probably here he's playing Ke Jie. Korean team won, congratulations, and let's look at the games. So the game of Shin Jin-so versus Yamayuta we already looked at. I have a question if I can stream on a lower bit rate. Okay, I will take a look at it, some technical stuff. Last week we looked at the game of Shin Jin-so and Yamayuta, so this week we need to look at the next 3 games of Shin Jin-so. Okay. This was a game which started with an interesting Joseki choice of Shin Jin-so. He played an R9 move and then took a wall in the other direction so that now he can go up. And he is not afraid of any fighting variations like this or like that, because the stone is there to help black. So in the end, white just accepted that black gets the outside, and white got a big corner. And from now on it was a Moyo game. White was trying to reduce black's Moyo with this interesting move, flying in the sky, and maybe many players in this situation would just protect the 7th light territory, but this would be a bit slack, and this is not what a 9-dan professional will do. 9-dan professional, Shin Jin-so, he just took points first, made the position of his very, very thick, and then invaded. There is not that much space between white stones, but black knows that he can treat the stone lightly and fly like this Then the game started being very interesting after white was attacking black's group, and it finished with white getting a lot of points but also getting cut. So once white got cut, black finally starts trying to make points out of the moyo, because finally he has a target to attack. White was trying to counter black's plans. White was cutting black's stones, playing very with a lot of power, and in the end black secured the framework on the right by giving white the tail of the group. The tail is pretty big, it's like 10 stones, but black got really a lot. Like, black is getting out of this moyo so many points that probably white needs to not agree on it and try to do something. So white did try, but in the end white didn't manage to make life inside black's area. And in the end it meant that Xingqiu won the game. Alright, let's move to the game number 2, where Xingqiu was playing Ichiriki Ryo. In all these games Xingqiu was playing black somehow. This game was complicated because there were quite a lot of groups. You can see already from the beginning that the situation looks unclear. And I think both of the players had really flexible thinking. For example, with these moves of white, you can see that white is kind of eager to give away the 2 stones if white can get a lot of profit by attacking black in exchange. Alright. Then after black secured his shape and white was also strong, white is still trying to pull out the stones. So black really tries to white really tries to not give black too much, but black got a big wall by leaning on white's shape, and now white needs to take care of the group. I think the game was really not easy to watch and to comment, because all the time there are some exchanges. For example, now white broke through black's wall, but black got that move which threatens cutting off white stones. And this cut didn't happen, at least not yet. For now, black was trying to do something on the left, and white in the meantime made sure that group is not in a bad condition. Then white thought that white needs to take care of the group on the left, so white was trying to, and in the end white makes sure that on the left white is safe, both with the corner and with the side group. But then Xingqiu says, okay, this is the moment when I start to chase and kill. So black went with a peep, cut, and white was trying to get out by very nice tesujis, but not easy. There are already many stones around, many stones of black. White played a few more moves and resigned. This group cannot be saved anymore. So, wow. A game with many groups. Okay. This was the second last game, and then the last game was played against Kedzie. Kedzie was #1 in the world for a few years before Xingqiu became #1. I'm not sure. There was also rivalry between Kedzie and Park Jong-hwan, but I think mostly Kedzie was #1, and now Xingqiu is. So how was this game? 2 rivals. Well, this game was also very complex. Also, from the very beginning, a lot of groups on the left side. And I think that the interesting moment of the game was when black cut white's shape and captured white's stone in a ladder. So I think I mean, at least I was expecting white to try to find some ladder breaker and then pull out the stone. However, white was not really doing it. White is playing a move, but this is not a ladder breaker. The ladder still goes like this. These will be black stones, so it is not a ladder breaker. And then a Joseki happens, and the ladder is still not broken. I was a bit surprised, but apparently Kredzie's plan was not to break the ladder, but to put some pressure on the group of black. So even after playing the real ladder breaker like this, white didn't decide to get out with the stone. I mean, it has also something to do with the move of black. Probably when white tries to get out with the stone, then white gets cut, and white doesn't want that. But white had an alternative plan of just enclosing black. Black made the life, secured the group, and then I think the very powerful move of black happened in the next few moves. In the next two moves, apparently. This clamp. After this clamp, white's groups got cut. Black was going in between. White needed to save both, but it's not easy. Now already you can see that white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. There is a Go proverb that the 6th group should die. So here we have only 5 groups. It's not too bad. However, after a few moves, black played this go down. White decided to play this maybe center endgame, but black didn't answer. Instead, black cut white's groups. So now white already has 6 of them. So one should die, right? And yes, the group on the bottom died, but white got something in exchange. White got that push through, and white managed to kill the group on the left, kill the group of black. But there were still a lot of weaknesses in white's shape, and in the end, black managed to reduce this new territory of white, and there were not much ages, not much weaknesses concerning the group on the bottom. So it seems that white died bigger because after a few more moves, white resigned. So Xingqiu brought a victory to the Korean team. Congratulations. Then news from Asia. The KG is born. Remove it. First, we have a news from Japan about new professional players. First of all, there is Jobun-en, who is 16 years old, and her mother, she is also a professional player. Her mother is called Kin-en for non-professional from Nihon Ki-in. She is studying with Mitsunaga Junzo, 6-dan professional. And then the second player, Yasuda Akika, is from the Kansai branch. No. These are not mother and daughter. The Jobun-en is on the left, and then on the right we have Yasuda Akika, who is a new professional from the Kansai branch of Nihon Ki-in, and she became pro by recommendation. So she was getting very good results in the Insei League, and then she didn't pass the exam as normal, but by recommendation she became professional, and they will both officially become pro after April. Congratulations, and even bigger congratulations, I think this week we need to give to Won Song-jin, because as 2 weeks ago we already started keeping track of his results in the Korean Baduk League. We are happy to see now that he managed to get a perfect score. He won 14 games and didn't lose any. This is an amazing feat. I don't know if someone before managed this. And also in this round his win was really of a great value to the team, because it brought a victory to the Celtrion team, and it means that Celtrion team finished the league on the first place, and Korean Prize Information team, the title holders from the previous year, they came second. This was the it's not our Songjin, it's Won Songjin and not Kim Songjin, but also in fact I am not sure if this is the same Songjin. I mean, I don't know how the Korean alphabet works and if this is the same. So this was the league stage, and now there will be playoff. As you can see, the Celtrion team, as the winner of the league stage, is already put into in the final, and they are just waiting for the other teams to play the quarterfinals, semifinals, and you can see that these matches will happen in the second half of March. Another news from Korea is about Lee Chang-ho, a Korean Go legend. He won his 1,800th game in his professional career. And in Korea, there are 11 professional players with more than 1,000 wins. And the record is held by Cho Hun-hyun. Cho Hun-hyun has 1,955 victories. So we will see if Lee Chang-ho manages to take the record from Cho Hun-hyun one day. News from Europe. So in the last week there was the Weiqi festival in St. Petersburg. We already talked about the Pergo Championship last week, and here we can see the pair of winners, Natalia Kovalyova and Dmitry Surin. Except for the Pergo Championship, which was held on the weekend, there was afterwards the female championship, which was won by Natalia. This is a great success for Natalia. We remember that Natalia became the European women champion in November last year, right? And it was the 7th time Natalia became the European female champion, and I think she managed the less times to become a Russian female champion. So the competition there is very tense. Except for the female championship, in parallel there was a big tournament of the General Consulate of People's Republic of China. Here you can see the top boards. Ilya Shiksin is playing, and except for the players who were playing on the boards, there were also in each round a few players who were playing on their laptops, because there were 4 Chinese participants, and the Chinese participants were playing from China. Chinese participants were very strong. These were very strong amateur players, and still Ilya Shiksin got 6 wins. He was unbeaten, so he won the tournament, but then the 2nd and the 3rd place were taken by the Chinese players, and only then I think the 4th place was taken by Alexander Dinerstein. I hope I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is it about what happened in Europe this week. In the next week, and namely tomorrow, there will be the next round of the PandaNet European Go Team Championship. So as always, it is on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central European Time. Some more news. Yes, there will also be Corona Cup, the 3rd edition of the Corona Cup, starting from next week, so please register. And also the registration opened for the Paris tournament, which will be online this year. It is, as every year, it is during Easter. During Easter, there will also be a JIGS, Jena International Go School camp, online intensive training camp, just the same as there was during Christmas and New Year. So it is not only in the Easter days, but all the week before Easter, and then also weekends afterwards. I will also be one of the teachers. Please register. Okay, that's it. And then let's see an interview with 2 people who are doing really a lot for the Go community. They have They have their own Go shop.
Hello, everybody. Today we are talking to Steffi Hebsager and Tobias Berben. Hello, you both.
Hello, Manja.
And probably all of you have seen them already because you can see them everywhere where Go is. So you can see them on small tournaments and of course on very big tournaments like the European Go Congress, because they are not very active and lively and really very nice people to everybody and kind of the center of the Go community. They actually also sell a lot of Go books and Go material, and that's why people know them. And that's what we are talking about today. So thank you very much for being our interview partner. And maybe you can just introduce, when did you start to do all this selling?
In about 2003 and 2004.
So that's quite a while ago already. Yeah. And I think
with the Go set, we produced it because the German publisher Ravensburger Spieleverlag, they stopped to sell Go sets, and we thought as Go players there must be a Go set affordable for children with their pocket money. So we tried to produce a Go set for 20 euros only.
That's how it started. And meanwhile, you developed to a huge thing. You are now a Go publisher, but also you have a huge online shop, and you distribute, I think, all the items across Europe. So wherever you live in Europe, you distribute the things. But what exactly can be bought in your online shop?
Boards, stones, bowls. And books. And books, of course.
That's important, yeah. But I guess there are also a lot of other things, so a lot of items. The pictures you see in the background, they can be bought there, as far as I know, or a cup of Go and whatever, yes.
And you use them every day.
You use them every day. Actually, I have also one of them at my home, and I use them regularly, yes. And when you sell a lot of Go books, is it actually only in German, because you are located in Germany, or also in English?
And most of them are English.
Ah, okay.
The whole palette of English books. We just published beginner books, a series for beginners for 30Q to 20Q, a series of 3 volumes with an answer book, and you can try to practice, if you just learned the rules, how to play.
Actually, they are published today, as far as I know, so you can buy them from today on. Yes, so that's actually a nice thing. Yeah, in the online shop you can actually buy them. And so if I'm now a beginner and I would like to have my first Go board and stones and so on, I saw on your webpage you have so many different stones. Some are cheap, some are expensive. How can I choose which one I should take?
Yeah, maybe you will start with our beginner set.
Okay.
This is a 9x9 set with only a small board and some nice stones, plastic stones, so it's very affordable. It's only about 17 euros, and we sell it very well. People like to use the small board first, not beginning with a large board, because it's easier to learn. This is the second one. This is a bigger box, something like the same design.
And it has a bigger board. Yes.
With a bigger board, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Foldable.
And there you have glass stones. And you have 9x9 and 13 or 11x11, is it? Yeah. Okay.
The price is under 30 euro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very nice for beginners also.
Yeah, and I heard because of Corona, actually you sell a lot of them, a lot of beginner sets, but also a lot of beginner books at the moment, right? And we also experience something similar in our Jena International Go School. We have so many beginners at the moment. This is really amazing. So I think due to Corona, there's also a little bit luck hidden in the bad luck we are facing right now. So I guess if you are just started, then you are just on the wave. So just continue. I think you are just very fashioned. So my next question would be, where did you get all the material from? So do you produce them in Germany?
For sets we produce in China.
Are they?
The books we produce in Germany. Our own published books we produce in Germany. The English language books we import from the Netherlands. They imported from the different publishing houses all over the world. and the materials are from Far East.
From
Most
Far
of
East.
them, some from Eastern.
You know, once I was in Japan and then I went to a Go shop there. I mean, that was really amazing to me. And then I saw a huge Go ban, a table of Go. And the amazing thing was this was made out of one piece of wood. Yeah. So, and then that was so expensive that it cost something like, I don't know, like a car or something. Can I buy something like that at your shop as well?
Yeah, it's even possible to buy a Go ban as much expensive as a house.
A house. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's possible. They're very old ones.
Yeah.
We only sell the Go bans normally for 1,000 to 2,000 euros, and not the very expensive.
But if I want to have such a really prestigious, very expensive one, can you order it for me? Because for me it would be impossible. I don't know where to go.
We have a Japanese partner, and we can import it for you, so you can lower your risk for directly ordering it from Japan.
Okay, that is really cool. So I can buy my own house, Go ban, whatever. Yeah, that's really amazing. Okay. So that maybe gave you a little bit an insight what actually happened. So how many books you have altogether? I saw you have really a lot. I went once to your home and I saw it was a huge storage with books. So how many different books you have?
Oh, exactly, a few hundred.
I can see some in our stock. We have about 200 different titles.
I think more maybe.
So I can buy.
Two publishers are stopped in USA, and because of that, they become less than before.
So I can mainly buy any kind of book which I've seen in English so far in your shop. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so then thank you very much being our interview partner for today. I wish you a lot of luck also in the future. So yeah, probably Corona will last a little longer, so that is not too bad for you. That's what I understood. And hopefully see you next time with a new book of yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Steffi and Tobias. Let's move to the Tsumego part of our show. This week, Victor and Felicia Staniński both managed to get 9 points, and they passed the 75 points threshold for getting a prize. Congratulations for both of them. In the single digit Q category, there is no winner this time. I think the problems were a bit tricky, both the second and the third one. In the done players section, Philip won last time, and now David Ulbricht is also getting a bit close. These are the new problems, so make sure you solve them and try to not get tricked by any of them. And for this time, it's already March, but we still have a winter Go piece of the week, so you can play Go also while ice swimming, but I don't know, you need to find the ice, and there is less and less. That's it for this week. So see you next time, next Monday, as always, 8:30 p.m. Yeah. Bye bye.